The largest dog that has ever walked on earth in today's world is perceived as a giant by anyone walking with a German Shepherd. You might feel that it is the biggest dog in the world. They look very impressive compared to the wild dogs of the world, but there are still wolves that are larger than them. And this is only when we talk about the living dogs of the world. Because if you want to know about the largest dog that has ever walked on earth, you have to go much further back in time. And this particular dog is much larger. Here is the Crazy Discovery Channel, and in this video we will talk about the largest dog that has ever walked on earth. Before we delve into the largest dog, we need some background on what we are comparing it to. The largest dogs today may stand 63 centimeters tall and weigh between 55 to 80 kilograms, and sometimes even approach 90 kilograms. There are mastiffs that regularly reach weights up to kilograms, and some mastiffs can weigh over kilograms when they are very large. For example, the Sarabi dog can even reach a weight of 100 kilograms. There are also wild dogs that are much larger and easily surpass today's German Shepherds. While domestic dogs have varying weights and sizes, the average of these wild dogs tends to be a bit more consistent, and on average, they are among the largest dogs in the world. The third largest wild dog is the African wild dog, which weighs between 35 to 45 kilograms and is a muscular hunter in Africa. The second largest wild dog is the red wolf, which is found exclusively in North Carolina, USA, and can weigh between 40 to 45 kilograms. Then, the largest wild dog is the gray wolf. They typically measure meters in length and sometimes approach meters. The average weight of these powerful hunters is about 60 kilograms, but many can reach up to 80 kilograms. Gray wolves are found in northern regions across North America, Europe, and Asia. North America was filled with large dogs over the years. They lived alongside gray wolves, but about 13,000 years ago, they went extinct. The dire wolf had a similar size to gray wolves, but was, on average, about 25% heavier. Dire wolves and gray wolves both descended from a larger dog that was present throughout North America. That dog was the Arctodus simus. The Arctodus simus lived during the Pleistocene epoch and roamed the earth for a long time, from about million years ago to about years ago. The Arctodus simus could sometimes reach lengths of 2.1 meters. The Arctodus simus differed from gray wolves and dire wolves in one key detail. It was not a pack hunter, it was a solitary hunter. For a canid, this is unusual. But when the Arctodus simus was alive, it was the largest canid alive. However, it was still not the largest in history. Before the Arctodus simus, another canid called the Osbornodon lived in North America. It was not as large as the other wolves, but was still powerful, weighing between the kilograms. There was also the Aladdin dog, which roamed most of the western and central United States. It averaged about 40 kilograms in weight and often exceeded this amount, and it was a bone-crushing dog. Many referred to it as a hyena dog because it bore many similarities to modern bone-crushing hyenas. It lived about 16 million years ago and existed until about 5.3 million years ago, from the Middle Miocene to the Late Miocene. However, the canid known as the Harris's hypercarnivore, scientifically referred to as Borophagus diversitans, was a massive canid from North America that averaged 90 kilograms in weight. Many exceeded this amount, and with their prominent foreheads and powerful jaws, just a glance at them would make you want to run towards the hills, or perhaps to another continent that wasn't filled with these massive dogs. The Borophagus diversitans lived during the Middle Miocene and persisted into the Pleistocene, existing roughly from 12 million years ago to 1.8 million years ago. Yet again, this dog was not the largest dog in history. In fact, the Borophagus diversitans was the second largest dog in history. The largest canid that has ever existed was the Epicyon haydeni. The Epicyon haydeni belonged to the subfamily Borophaginae, and all canids in that subfamily had unique characteristic, powerful jaws. Their jaws were so powerful that they could crush bones. Scientists do not know for certain how strong the bite force of the Epicyon haydeni was, but it must have been very strong, with the ability to sink its teeth into bone. For example, modern spotted hyenas can crush bones and hooves with their jaws, and their bite force is 77 kilograms per square centimeter. It is believed that they have the 13th strongest bite of all living animals. The Epicyon haydeni probably had at least this much power, but because it was much larger than a spotted hyena, it is believed that its bite force was much stronger than that. If the Epicyon haydeni stood next to the largest modern hyena, it would overshadow it. The Epicyon haydeni stood about 90 centimeters tall at the shoulders. Imagine one standing next to you, and its shoulder would likely reach your waist. On average, they were 2.5 meters long and weighed about 120 kilograms. With extensive research conducted on the discovered remains, the heaviest specimen that scientists were able to study weighed about 170 kilograms. Let's make some comparisons to fully understand the size of the Epicyon haydeni. Wild dogs are simply smaller than wild cats. This is currently a law of nature. The largest wild canine today is the gray wolf, which is not even as large as the third largest wild cat today, the jaguar. This is where the Epicyon haydeni becomes even more terrifying, a canid with bone-crushing jaws. Now imagine it being larger than a jaguar, the third largest cat in the world. In fact, you could compare it to a lion. Lions can reach lengths of meters and weigh up to kilograms, so this dog was between the size of a jaguar and a lion, but it was not an ambush predator, it was an endurance hunter. Something of this size could follow you all night long. Lions are in Africa and jaguars are in South America. If they had ancestors during the Miocene, those ancestors likely remained on their separate continents. Neither wanted to step into North America during the Miocene because that was when the Epicyon haydeni ruled North America for nearly 15 million years. Nothing could defeat this kilogram bone-crushing canid. The term Epicyon actually translates to more than a dog, which makes sense because it was not just a dog. It was like two large dogs in one body, like another breed of animal. It was as if it had bear genetics in its composition. In fact, scientists have suggested that grizzly bears may be the best animal for comparison with them. It is said that the skull of the Epicyon haydeni resembled that of a lion more than a wolf, with the bone-crushing jaws and teeth of a hyena, the size of a bear, and the head of a lion. This dog was truly a terrifying creature. They spread from the eastern United States to the west, with most fossils found in the central United States, but also in northern parts of the continent. This shows researchers that this dog was very adaptable, able to survive in cold climates, and also able to thrive in warmer, humid, and even dry environments. The Epicyon haydeni was the largest dog that has ever roamed the earth. It hunted camels, horses, and rhinoceroses, and was one of the most fearsome predators that North America has seen over millions of years. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and share your thoughts in the comments with you. Stay smart. Goodbye.